Hey, good morning everybody. It's Digger Dave Beeler with my son Privy Paul Beeler. It's mid-December and we're digging in the cold Midwest here. Got a Privy started here, just chopped through. It's been frozen. You can see some of the ground like frozen chunks. But anyway, we got through that. Wasn't too bad. And we don't know what we got here, but we're going down there. We're going to find out. So it feels like a wood liner. It's going fairly deep, and Paul's over there probing around. And anyway, I just thought we'd see what's going on here, so we'll report back when we get something to show. And here's Paul over here working on his hole. He's a little bit away from mine. I don't know if they're on for the same house, but anyway, he's working on a big one here. It's got a bunch of roots. At least he's got him a mattress there he can lay down on later if he gets tired.
Yeah, nice clean mattress.
Nice clean.
Fresh.
Yeah. Boy. Well, that's what, it's hard going, ain't it?
Got a long ways to go.
Yeah, both these are going fairly deep, so we may be here a while.
Yep.
But that's what privy digging's all about. You just don't know until you get down there. It's a treasure hunt, ain't it?
Sure is.
Might be nothing, and might be fabulous stuff. But, alright, well, we're going to keep on going. Alright, and I'm down in mine, about 4 feet, I guess. And hitting solid clay right now. No glass, nothing, no signs of anything. Well, one little piece of a hand-blown, look like a food bottle or jar or some kind, hand blown, but that's the only sign I got. Turn of the century, so hopefully it's going to be old, and we'll see what happens. We tend to open up 2 holes at a time because a lot of times one of them turns out to be a dud, so that's why if we get 2 of them going, and that way when I get down, if I'm at bucket depth before Paul, he can come over and help me finish this one. And then we'll fill it in, and then we'll go over and dig his. And of course, we put everything together when we're done. It's the way we do it anyway. We split 50-50, and like Paul gets first pick out of his hole that he digs, and I get first pick out of mine. And we put the rest of it all together, and yeah, it works good for us. So since we're father and son, we don't get in too many fights. But that's worked good for me over many years of privy digging. So. All right, well, we're going to get down in here and see what we got. So we'll get back when we see something. All right, Dad's starting to pull out a few bottles. Just getting down there about the 7-foot level, 6-foot level, and hit a nice medicine L&W on the bottom. All right. Lorenz and Whiteman. And it's got an applied top on it, so that's like 1860s, early 70s. And we hit a little slick, a little square, but it's that old flat bottom square, which could be 1860s or early 70s.
We got good age then.
We do. And look at that one, man. It's a nice little
applied lip medicine.
Crude applied lip, little sunken pound, nothing on it, but what a nice old bottle. Half circle hinge mold. It's definitely 1860s stuff, so we're pretty pumped. Man, we're just hitting water though, so now we gotta go down and open it up a little bit more. I got a nice shelf built at 6-foot level, and then we're gonna dig down in here to hit the water and try to bail it out. Hopefully the water will bail out of there, but anyway, we're kind of stoked, and your hole's feeling good too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a rectangular skinny brick liner.
Got a brick liner.
But it feels good, so.
But yeah, we're gonna dig this stuff out and try to get down and bail that water out. And we're excited about the age, though. That's what we're looking for. Hoping for a good Civil War pit. And maybe it looks like we may have it here.
I think we got another chance at one, yeah.
Yeah, and it's big, so it's a big wood liner. It's at least 5 feet long, maybe 6 foot. So.
All right.
Yeah. Whew.
Well, we'll give an update here then shortly.
Yeah. I might get down here and see if I can pull out a couple more bottles.
Yeah, if you see any.
Let me see if there's anything right here, because it's right in that ashes where that first stuff was. Well, you can see it starting to hit water right there. Getting awful soggy. But that's where the trash is at, down in there. Alright, I don't see nothing else right there handy, but anyway. We'll keep a working on it. Hopefully there'll be some bottles down there, something to show. Oh, wait a minute. I just hit something there. Yeah. It's just been a rock. Oh well. Getting all excited there. Alright. We're gonna bail that out of there.
Alrighty. Alright, and here's Paul over here digging on his hole. He just showed me and my wood liner. And Paul's working on, is it a brick liner?
Yeah, it's a brick liner where, I don't know if you can see it with the,
Let me come over here.
there's a brick wall here,
Oh, yeah.
and then one right here that's kind of bowed in.
Okay, yeah, I see
But
that.
they're both kind of pinched in, so,
Yeah.
but it goes on down, starting right there.
All
It's all destroyed down to about the 4.5 foot level.
Okay, so it's a
But it's a
Like
big skinny rectangle.
rectangular brick line outhouse privy.
Yep.
And I can see you're hitting stuff here. Wow. A lot of bottles there.
Yeah, I found some coffin flasks, and this was
Yeah.
unembossed, but it had a panel right here for a
Oh.
label.
That could have been
Some little
something.
doll
Oh, yeah.
doll plates and cup.
Little doll dish. Look at there. Cup and saucer. Another
Yeah.
saucer. Coffin flask.
Yeah, just like
Pickle
a food
bottle.
pickle.
Yeah, a couple more of them coffin flasks with the funny double ring collar on them. That's kind of unusual. Hit 2 or 3 of them. 4 of them. Huh. Whatever it was, they liked it.
Something down here.
Oh, he's working on something. Let's see what it is.
Oh, it's a Lee and Perrin.
Is it?
Yeah, or no, Lydia Pinkham's I meant.
Oh, we'll wipe it off. We'll celebrate.
Lydia Pinkham's. Woohoo.
Lydia Pinkham's
It looks
vegetable
like
compound.
90s though, doesn't it?
It does. That is 90s, I believe. It's hand blown, and Lydia Pinkham's vegetable compound, one of the most common medicines for females.
There's more down in there.
Is there? You hitting stuff?
Some oyster shells.
Oh, look at that. Oyster shells and spittoon up there. He's hitting stuff though.
It's just far enough where I can't reach it with my
Yeah.
short shovel, but
Wow. There's a couple more here I'll show. There's a real common, but it's pretty neat. Lee and Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. It's hand blown, 1890s. You still can get that if you go out to a steakhouse. Put some Lee and Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. I guess they pronounce that Worcestershire. I don't know. Man. We're Americans. We're rednecks. Worcestershire sauce to us. There's a little Bromo seltzer. Emerson Drug Company, Baltimore. It's a hand-blown one. Older one. And some more little food bottles. There's a Mountain Dew bottle. Don't look too old.
yeah.
But, and the ever-present bricks. I'm kind of right in a bad angle of the sun here, but alright, I'm going to hang here for just a second, see if you hit anything else.
Yeah, it's just ashes for right now.
Yeah.
There was some stuff up higher here, but it's kind of...
Okay.
Well, there you can see the other wall.
Is there?
It's a big oval,
Oh, wow.
a skinny oval. It kind of tapers in
Yeah.
under here.
Oval brick liner.
That's
isn't it?
good.
Yeah.
More room for bottles.
Yep, the wall's bowed in there. That's pretty common. Sometimes they fell all the way in. Alright, well, we're gonna get set up, and I gotta bail some water out of mine, some slop. So anyway, we got the, looks like the 1890s hole, and then you got the 1870s going back into the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, maybe we'll hit some panels in there. Alright, well, we'll report back. Alright, Paul's still pulling them out down here. I don't know what he's hitting down there.
Looks like I got a pocket of bottles, but
Do ya? Let's see if I can lean over here a little bit. Let's see if I can show some of that down there.
oh, I think that one's got a hole in the bottom.
Oh, no.
Peeing out.
Yep. Got a hole in it. He's in a nice little trash zone there.
Yep, just unembossed slicks, looks like. But
yeah, it's 1890s. Old enough stuff. What's that one? Oh,
nothing on it.
nothing.
Big
Oh.
round slick.
Boy, oh boy, that could have been something cool.
Yeah.
Man, well, you're pulling them out.
Yeah, I'll just set them right there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting.
That's a beer.
Come on,
Nothing on it.
Oh.
It's a crown top, but
Yeah. We might
C
still
and
be.
Company limb.
Cunningham and Company Limited out of Pittsburgh. Probably late 90s, 1905 era.
Oh, there was a nice pommel vase or something.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Milk glass. Broken. Yeah. I'm hitting water in mine, so we're going to team up on this one. Dig it out, and then we'll go back over there. Dig that old one.
Oh, medicine.
Oh.
Nothing on it.
Nothing.
Aqua
Oh,
rectangular
boy.
medicine.
Yeah.
Flat panels.
Nice paneled medicine. Huh. What a shame. It's hand blown.
Just a bunch of clay and bricks, and mixed in there was a pocket of bottles.
Yeah. And some ironstone china. While he's digging away there, I'll show a couple more he hit here. Here's it's a Pascola. It's got a pineapple embossed on it. Yeah, you can hardly see it. But anyway, it's I gotta show what it says here. It says Pascola, and on the other side it says the Pre-Digested Food Company. Boy, don't that sound good. Pre-digested food. That makes you want to run down to the store and get a bottle of that, don't it? Wow. Some other slicks, and got some other Brommel seltzers. There's a $20 gold piece there, it looks like. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a lid off of something. A couple slicks. That's a cute little cologne bottle. Little six-sided cologne. Look at that lip on that. That's older.
Yeah, that's actually an older one.
That's like an 1870s bottle.
Hey, that's
Look at there.
embossed.
Hey, what is that one?
Dodson Hills,
All right.
St. Louis. Little mustard, or is it
Yeah,
pickle or mustard?
maybe.
It's full of water.
Yeah.
This was a shotgun shell or a rifle.
Oh
Shell.
yeah. Shotgun shell.
Left of one.
Let's see if I can get this one where the sun ain't gonna drown it out. It says Dodson Hills Manufacturing Company, St. Louis. That's a little hand-blown mustard or food bottle from 1890s. Yeah. Well, we're starting to get a few. Well, I think I'll turn the camera off.
I think that's about it for that little pocket, but
All right. You can sure see the walls there. Squeezed in. There ain't much room, is
Yeah.
there?
no, but it means it'll go down faster.
Yeah. We can get the water bailed out, so. All right. We're going to keep on it. All right. We're bailing water
Yep, we sure are.
down about the 8-foot level. Paul's bailing water. You can see how we do it with a pan. And we just throw it in the bucket there.
Yep.
This is the process. We pulled out a couple more bottles here. This one here, it's a H.J. Heinz Company, like a pickle or relish bottle. A couple more coffin whiskey flasks. Another one of those ones with a pineapple on it there.
Yep.
A couple more coffin flasks. That's a Pascola Pre-Digested Food Company. And we got a Whittimer Boston. A nice little Mason's Pat, November 30th, 1858. Fruit jar with a ground lip. Had a syringe on the inside of it, kind of neat. But anyway, a little pint one. So Some other bottles laying around here. Got a whiskey with a seal, nothing on it. Only we can dig those.
Yeah.
Should have had something wonderful on it. It's slick. And some more medicines. Anyway, we're pulling them out, aren't we, Paul?
Yep.
So we got to get this water out, and then we'll see what else is in there.
Alright, we're down in the slop. We had to give up on Paul's hole. We were trying to bail the water and we just could not get it bailed out. And we're kind of running the same thing here. We've been bailing water for about an hour and we're down maybe, let's see, probably a 7 or 8 foot down there, 6 foot here, another couple feet. Just pulled out a 1860s or 70s square. And we had a 1 Pownell bottle, little Pownell puff, 1860s stuff, and another little aqua hinge mold medicine bottle down in there. Not much. Well, we've hit a couple other things somewhere up there.
Yeah, just a couple square druggists and.
Yeah, more of the same type of thing. And down in up in here, you can see we're hitting some goblets and yellowware. Just a lot of broken stuff, big crocks. Down in here and down the water, you can see the seeds floating. I don't know if you can see them, but there's a bunch of seeds floating in the water here from the poop. And you can see a lot of ironstone china. The whole thing's full of ironstone down in there. We hit lime. We're going to try to go a little bit more, but we just found out my youngest son's maybe wound up in the hospital, so we're going to have to call it a day. So anyway, we just thought we'd show what we're doing, and a lot of work, isn't it, Paul?
It sure is.
So we're going to try to milk around here and see if we can hit anything else. Let's just see if there's anything there. I don't know. Might be, might not be. So you can hear it down in there, but it's probably more of that ironstone china. It's mostly what's in there. Yeah. Something big down there. Well, let's see if I can get it with this other shovel. Water, water. Yep, just a broken fruit jar and more ironstone dishes in it. Lots of those. And just kind of milk around down in there. There's a little bottle. Looks like another slick. Yep. A little plain flat bottom square.
What a shame.
Yeah. Some bone. Might be a little bit on this shelf when we knock it in. Once I knock it in, though, I'm going to be standing in water, so I don't want to do that yet. But, yeah, that's about it.
All right, I guess we'll try to finish up what we can here.
Yep. Big wood liner. What a shame.
Here we go. Dad
All
pulled
right.
out a couple bottles down there.
Yeah, just pulled out another real nice, big, tall aqua hinge mold medicine. Ain't Pownell, but it was close. But look at that, nothing on. Ain't that a shame?
Yeah.
And also hit a real nice, looks like an ink or, yeah, it's got something embossed on it. I just now noticed. I don't know what it says. It says Carter's.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
Carter's,
cool.
Carter's mucilage. Check that out.
It's like a coney with a wide
Yeah,
mouth.
Pulled that out. I thought, oh, it's another slick, but yeah, that's real odd. It's like a Carter's mucilage.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to iridise nice,
Yeah, it's
too.
going to be pretty, so. Yeah, well, anyway, let me put that up here.
Yeah, maybe we'll find a few more
Yeah,
before we leave.
Let's try it. Right in this area, it's looking a little better. There's a bottle. Hang on just a second. This is going to be some rare unknown bitters. I can just feel it. Well, almost. Another clear slick. Oh well. Here goes my visions of glory. But I'm just about to get wet. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Hey, there's another bottle right there down in the muck. Get it out. Come on, look at this.
Another unembossed.
Yeah, boy, they're gonna be iridescent,
Yeah,
I believe. Look at that.
It sure looks like it's gonna iridize good.
Nice half circle hinge mold. 1860s, but ain't that something? Nothing on them. Well, anyway, stick that there.
Well,
One more shot here. There's a lot of seeds there. Definitely a lot of dookie. And we're just kind of slopping it around. Oh, there's another bottle. Popped up out of there. Come on. It's been one of them days.
yeah,
Hasn't it, Paul?
sure has.
Mama told me there'd be days like this. But hey, it's all Privy diggers. We know how that goes. The next bottle could be something wonderful. Just they ain't come forthcoming as of yet. That little bit, there's a little bitty bottle right there. Just popped out there. Man, it ain't ponnelled either. Look at that, a little ink.
Wow, that is a little bitty one.
Yeah, a little teeny tiny ink bottle. Them little indelible ink Paysons. Paysons probably would have been in like a can or something. Well, hey, at least we're hitting some stuff right down here in this corner. We were wondering where all the bottles were because we were hitting all kinds of china and yellowware. That's something iron. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure.
Digging in a big bowl of soup.
Yep, and a soup bowl. That's a bone handle, I think. It's encrusted. Yeah. No, I think it's a sharpening stone or something. Well, yeah, I think it's just like a sharpening stone or something. I don't know if we'll keep that or not. All right, let's try one more time down in the muck here. This is what we call mudlarking here. Over in England, they call mudlarking going out in the river and slopping around for stuff. This is what we call it.
Yeah.
This is our version of it.
About 8 foot down in the water with seeds.
Redneck mudlarking here. Oh boy, there's something down in there. Let's see what it is. Well, looks like more yellowware. More yellowware and broken pieces. Hey, look at that little vial floating around.
Yeah.
Sometimes we see that stuff floating around in the seeds there. But, well, it's just winding down. You never know. We're hoping for something one more time. Yeah, there's another one just popped up out of there, Paul. You see that? Another one just floated up.
Sure is a coney ink.
Yeah, and it's embossed.
Wow.
I don't know what it says. I can't read it. I think it's got a patent date on it. Huh. Yep, a little clear one.
All right.
Well, I guess we better clear this out. We're starting to hit some bottles.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. Well.
Yep. Well, there's those. Dump them out of the freeze and break. Getting cold now, so.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty cold. Probably around 20 degrees, and these things will pop and break. So we're gonna get them wrapped up.
We'll have an update here shortly.
All right, we're back home, done with the digging. Paul's safely at his house. I'm safely at mine. A couple days later, we got a few of them washed up, and I'll go ahead and show some of what we dug there. We got kind of washed out with the water. We bailed and ended up having to leave a little earlier than we wanted to. One of the kids wound up in the hospital back home, so we had to head back down for home. But anyway, I'll show a few of them what we dug there. First, we got an extract bottle. Gillett's double flavoring extract. Maybe it'll be better if I show them in the sun like that. I think I'll just leave them to sit on that shelf right there in my window seal here. Gillett's double flavoring extracts from Chicago, Gillett, McCulloch and Company, and that's a kind of an older one, you know, early 1880s. And there's one of the first bottles come out of the old hole was a unembossed, nice sunken paneled plied lip medicine.
You see the nice applied lip on it there. And not a thing on it. It's got the half circle hinge mold. Seam bottom. It's not paneled, but 1860s. So that was too bad that wasn't embossed. Another applied lip, big cylinder medicine. It has nothing on it, and it's not paneled. It's got some bubbles in the glass. And nice applied lip there. Another applied lip, big tall medicine. Man, I was disappointing that didn't have something on it. Ain't that a shame? I was hoping that would be embossed, but it's. I got the half circle hinge mold on it too. I don't know, the sun's not at a very good angle for me here recording this, but I'll do the best I can. And then what I thought was a olive amber Dr. Henley's IXL grapefruit bitters. We dug one of them here a few months ago, and man, it was aqua. And this ain't what that is, unfortunately. It's unembossed, but it is mold blown, and nice applied lip. And it's kind of got a little sunken bottom, not too much, but yeah, what a shame though. But boy, it's a pretty color. I don't know if you can see the color in that, but it's a real nice olive amber color. Another little applied lip, cute little medicine bottle. Pretty common in the 1860s, early 70s, with a half circle hinge mold, or some people call them key mold bottoms. And typical medicine bottle, drugstore bottle, used for a variety of medicines. And that one also has an applied lip. And a little cologne bottle. The stopper comes out of it, little ball stopper. And you probably won't be able to see it. Let me see if I can hold it at an angle here where you might be able to see the embossing. It says Lundborg Perfumer on it, on the front. It's not paneled, but it's a nice little medicine. Boy, a lot of haze on it. Some of it's flaking off now, that white iridescence. But it's kind of pretty in its own way. Lundborg was one of the bigger perfumers out of New York City. And this is probably one of my favorite finds we got of the day. It's a great big Carter's mucilage. It has embossed on the front. And you can see it's got some swirling haze from being in water. We got down in that hole about to the 10-foot level, and we finally had to call it. There wasn't much left down in there, and we couldn't stay ahead of the water. We were bailing as fast as we could, so we're gonna have to get a pump, go with a generator and a pump if we're gonna do that. But in the winter it's hard. This is a kind of a cool bottle. It's got a pineapple on the front, pineapple trademark, and on one side it says Pascola, and on the other side, the Pre-Digested Food Company. I always thought that was a cool name, man. Pre-Digested Food. And this is another one of our favorite little bottles. It's extract of smartweed. The other side says Dr. Pierce. You know, a little sunken panel. It reminds you of a Davis painkiller, don't it? Looks just like that. It says Dr. Pierce. And then on one panel it says Buffalo, New York. The other side it says R.V. Pierce, MD. And on the back, it's extract of smartweed. So, yeah. That was neat. Now, supposedly that had cannabis in it. But here's an ink bottle. They're like a cone ink. It says patented October 1st, 1872 on that one. Mucilage or a glue, you know, a glue or ink bottle. They kind of use that style of bottle. And this is kind of cute. It's a little miniature beer bottle, sample beer. And on the bottom it says Schlitz, Milwaukee. Schlitz, Milwaukee from 1890s. Maybe the late 80s, but come out of 90s stuff. Won't privy you Paul's. And our only paneled bottle, little paneled puff. It's got panels on it. You can see open panel bottom. Refer to them as a puff because there's no mold seam on them. They were blown in a dip mold. This one had panels. Some of them are round, some of them are rectangular, but there was no mold seams. They blew the bottle straight down into the mold, and they pulled it straight up out of the mold. So there's no mold seams on those. And the bottom one, a couple common coffin, we call them coffin or shoe fly whiskey flasks. Big one there.
about a quart size. A couple little smalls. We got a whole bunch of these. I just showed a couple just to show the lip difference. You can see the lip difference in there. One on the left has like a tapered collar with a ring, and the other one has like an unusual 2 rings on it. We got about 3 of them ones with the odd rings and a whole bunch of these other ones. Little half pints. Fit in your pocket real well. They like those. That's an ink bottle. It's going to have some nice iridescence on it, I think. And it says Carter's on the bottom. Yeah, it's Carter's. But it's 1880s. Another one what sometimes is mistaken for an ink bottle. It's not. It's a shoe polish bottle. It says patented March 6th, 83 on it. And that's a Bixby shoe polish, boot polish. And it says Bixby on the bottom. I can't see too well, but it says Bixby on it. It's a little hand-blown bottle. Very common, very popular in our area. Medicine bottle, Wakefield's Blackberry Balsam. This is an 1880s bottle. It's from Bloomington, Illinois. Another one that we find throughout the Midwest. That was very popular stuff, the Wakefield's bottles. He made a cough balsam and fever specific and even a strengthening bitters. Had several different patent medicines starting in the 1850s. And another unembossed oval hinge mold bottle. Has a half circle hinge on the bottom. Plied lip. That one had some extremely smelly stuff in it. Paul dumped it out. About made us both sick. There, the whole, we both know better than that, but you know, we were worried about it freezing and breaking because it's so cold. And so he got the gunk out of it and about made us sick. A couple little cobalt blue Bromo seltzer bottles from Emerson Drug Company, Baltimore. We got some others, a little small size there. I think that was 10-cent size and the 25-cent size. And anyway, those are hand blown. A couple of the older ones of that company. And we just brought a couple of the slicks out. You can see the typical square one here. We got a whole bunch of those, probably 20 of them. No, nothing on them, of course. And 3-piece mold ones. You can, I don't know if you can see it or not, but on the shoulder here, where the mold comes across and then it goes straight up. That's a 3-piece mold. Those were popular in the 1860s and into the early 70s. We've dug a couple of those that said USA Hospital Department on them, but these are slick. And another aqua round hinge mold medicine. Got a Mason's patent 1858 fruit jar. Nice ground lip one. It's a pint. Cleaned up real nice, so that's kind of cute. And just some other ones. Got a kind of an odd little medicine with some outline panels on it. There's a morphine bottle. These are very common. I've found several of them over the years in attics and underneath houses with labels that said morphine. You see that flaking, that little iridescence flakes off of there, sitting there. This one's embossed HT and Company in a triangle or a diamond. That stands for Henry Thayer and Company. I think it was a medicinal company out of New York. This clear one here, cylinder, it's H.J. Heinz Company, 49 on the bottom. It was a food bottle, pickles or gherkins, cherries, whatever they had in there. The amber bottle that Paul and I both were bummed out that it didn't have anything on it. It's got an applied seal on the shoulder, big circle of glass stamped, but with nothing in it. Nothing embossed on the bottom or anywhere, and it's got an applied lip. 1880s, just some kind of a whiskey. Very common Lydia Pinkham's vegetable compound. Hand blown one. That was it for females. Another bottle that we find often in our area here in the Midwest is Dr. J.W. Bull's cough syrup from Baltimore. It's kind of a medium size. You can see it's got a lot of haze from being in the ground. This one, although it's unembossed, it's a cylinder. It would have been like a British oil. There's a medicine. And
Lee and Perrin's Worcestershire sauce. Another real common Whittimer Boston hand blown bottle. Another one of those ones with a pineapple on there. Pascola Pre-Digested Food Company. And, we call these pumpkin seed flasks. And they're pretty popular, mostly in the 1880s, sometimes in the early 90s. That one's a little bit bigger there. And a little barrel mustard, these little barrel bottles. A lot of these were made in St. Louis. And this one's a little clear one with a crude ground lip. And a little small unembossed ink bottle. You find those little tins oftentimes at bottle shows or flea markets or something. Payson's Indelible Ink. Well, that's that little bottle right there. That's what was in those. I was going to show one here, but I didn't have time to go look for it. There's a little flared lip vial. You see the real thin flared lip come out of that 1860s, 70s stuff. There's another 60s or 70s cologne bottle. Six-sided. It's not ponnelled, but it's got a real crude lip. Cologne. It's a sample Kemp's Balsam. Little one there. They'd give those away free to get people to buy the bigger sizes. Well, there's a couple little doll dishes there. Cup and saucer. Another child's cup. It probably said something about remember me or for a good girl or for a good boy. Handles broke off of it, but some little kid had that back in the 1860s. I thought that was kind of worth keeping anyway. A couple broken pieces I just thought was interesting. This says Painkill. It was a Davis vegetable painkiller, but I like to save just the pieces are like that. Somebody makes a collage or a frame out of them, you know, Painkill. That one had opium in it, the bottle would have. And a syringe, it's broken, but got the little glass push rod. Come to a point, that was for venereal disease, for injecting mercury. Back in those days, a lot of syphilis and gonorrhea. And this was broken, but it was kind of neat. It's a toothpaste, cherry toothpaste, patronized by the Queen from John Gosnell and Company of London. It's for the teeth and gums. Those are real popular, those pot lids. Unfortunately, we just got a piece of that one. But we got to finish that hole. We didn't get to finish that one. It could be a good one. It felt real good, but we didn't get to finish it. But that's most of our keepers. What we got. Thought we'd show it. I got some other stuff over here in boxes, but I don't think I'm going to show those. I ain't got time to clean them up. That was mostly slicks anyway. So, but we hope everybody enjoyed the video. We'll be back at it after Christmas. We hope to see some more good stuff coming out there. We got a couple trips planned to different places in Ohio and maybe even Pennsylvania. So, but we like digging in the Midwest. We'll go up into Wisconsin and Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. But we'll keep you posted on what's going on. And so anyway, we hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas. Hope you stay safe, stay warm, and God bless you. We'll see you on the next dig.